Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Hunt. The clue of the movie Murder that led to Manhunt. No crime has been committed yet. No murder has been done yet. No manhunt has begun yet.
And now the magic of worldwide newsreel brings you an international roundup of famous personalities. We take you first to London, England.
Miss, please, would you remove your hat? I can't see
In
the
these
picture.
trying days,
Thanks.
and in those which may readily be expected to follow, it is advantageous now, as well as important to the future, that we understand England's aim and the preparation we are making for...
This man next to me is dead.
Manhunt and the clue of the movie Murder.
A whole week without a good murder case.
If you keep ignoring the fact that I'm alive, there'll be a murder, but you won't be around to solve it.
Pat, my pet, one more word from you and I'll rub a chemical from my laboratory on you and you'll disappear.
Oh.
Yeah, it still is. The assistant at the homicide department says he went to a movie. That's fine. Detective Sergeant goes to picture shows during working hours.
Hey, Drew.
Speak of the devil and he horns in.
Hello, Bill. What's on your alleged mind?
Alleged mind, he says. Plenty's on it. A murder.
Huh?
But a beaut this time. A guy named Arthur Anderson keels over. Poisoned, the doc says. What does he leave us? A dead body and no clues.
No suspects either?
No suspects, he says. 2,000 suspects. Everybody was in the audience at the movie theater.
Oh, we thought you went there to see a picture.
And I wishes that somebody would draw me a picture showing how this thing could have happened. You see, the guy was poisoned by something he ate about 5 hours before he died, the doc said. Only what? Well, come into my office and get the answers to that yourself.
Okay. I'll be across the hall if anybody wants me, Pat.
Yeah, I'll look in here.
Come on, Bill. See you later, Pat.
You see, Drew, I got a guy named John Murdoch in my office.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for this Anderson who got killed. Secretary or something.
Right. You ought to know all about him then.
Know all about him, in fact. He doesn't know anything. And what he does know only makes things more mixed up. Come in and find out for yourself.
Okay, Bill.
Oh, so you're finally back.
Oh, don't get up. My name's Stevens, police laboratory.
Mine's Murdoch. You want to know who killed Mr. Anderson, I suppose.
Well, if it wouldn't put you to too much trouble to tell us.
Well, how can I tell you? I don't know. I told everything I do know to this man here.
Look, Drew, here's the story. The doc says that somebody slipped Anderson poison about 5 hours before he died. That makes it about 3 in the afternoon that he got it.
See. Well, Mr. Murdoch, what did Mr. Anderson eat or drink at about 3 o'clock?
I've already told this to the sergeant, but I'll tell you, too. I was with Mr. Anderson every second of the time from noon until he was found dead. And he didn't eat a thing or even take a drink of water all that time.
You see, Drew, the thing's impossible. Doc says the guy gets poisoned at 3 o'clock. This guy says Anderson didn't eat anything. Either the doc is crazy or Murdoch here is covering up. What are you trying to hide, Murdoch?
Take it easy, Bill. Now, look, Murdoch. You and your boss went from noon until 8 o'clock without eating. Don't you believe in eating dinner?
You look. We worked until 7:30 in the office. Then we went to a newsreel theater for an hour to relax. We were going to eat when we came out.
Who was in to see Mr. Anderson in his office today?
Nobody. Not a soul. And this is getting awful tiresome. Everybody asks the same question. I tell you, Mr. Anderson didn't eat or drink anything or see anybody but me all afternoon, and that's all I know.
That's all he knows, he says. You might as well add this to what you know. If nobody else could have been near Anderson to poison him, then you did it.
You're out of your mind.
Now, Mr. Murdoch, did Mr. Anderson have any enemies?
Only his partner, me, Thomas. He fought like mad all the time. And incidentally, if you're one of those storybook detectives, you might be interested in the fact that they had a joint insurance policy to protect the company.
Oh, and that means that if one of the partners dies, the other collects.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Where can we find this, Mr. Lee Thomas?
He operates our branch office, a couple of 100 miles from here. But you can skip any ideas you're getting. He didn't leave that office all day today. I had to check with him every half hour on a deal, and I talked to him long distance 10 or 12 times this afternoon.
That's right, Joe. Telephone records confirmed it.
Thanks.
And now, Mr. Murdoch, just one thing more. Give me the home address of Mr. Anderson, will you?
Why do you want to know where this guy Anderson lives, Joe?
Come over closer to me, Bill, and I'll whisper it to you.
Okay. Come over and I'll fill it. How did you want Anderson's home address?
Anyway, please, Bill. I haven't the slightest idea.
No idea of something, only I don't know exactly what.
Wait a minute, Pat.
How about it up there?
Half a minute more, Mr. Stevens.
Sitting in an empty movie theater with nothing on the screen. Boy, do I wind up in situations.
You're sitting in the same seat that Anderson is in with your dad. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm dying too. A curiosity.
Tell you something, Pat. We've hit an impossible crime. I want to check every angle that's over here.
Coming up, Mr. Stevens. Now, here's the shot we will flash. I'll cut it off at the same spot we did when the day's played.
Okay.
In these trying days, and in those which may readily be expected to follow, it is advantageous now, as well as important to the future, that we understand England's aim and the preparations we are making for.
That's it, Mr. Stevens. Just wait around before.
Okay, thanks.
Well, Pat, as far as I'm concerned, it's still the perfect crime. That didn't keep me effect.
What now?
Let me figure this out. But I was telling the truth about nobody being near Anderson. I'll underwrite that myself. And also about his not eating or drinking anything. So if Murdoch didn't poison Anderson, who could have? Nobody. Only I'll take all bets Murdoch didn't do it. Other thing's impossible.
All right, so it's impossible.
We're going to work, you and I, Pat. We're going to hop out to Anderson's apartment tomorrow morning and spend the day there. Gotta get some kind of a lead.
I don't guess you do. First you say that somebody has finally committed a murder that's foolproof. And now you say we've got to get some kind of a lead.
Oh, it's foolproof, believe me, Pat. Now, the thing for me to do is prove that I'm no fool.
Papers. I've seen nothing but correspondence for hours. That guy Anderson never threw anything away.
Well, he could have thrown everything away as far as I'm concerned, Pat. Not a thing of any value except his quarrels with his partner, and he knew that.
Well, Shelby, as the saying goes, Graham.
Yes, I guess so. As the saying goes, so go we.
Wait until I feed Anderson's cat, Drew. He's probably starving.
Little Miss Humanity.
Yeah, that sounds like me, doesn't it? But I'm always kind to dumb animals. You should know.
Oh. Well, the cat was out in the foyer when last heard from.
I'll go find it.
All right. Then we can get out of here, I guess. Nothing here for us.
Oh, come inside and see what's happened. The poor cat's dead.
Oh, she's dead. Where, Pat?
Come on, I'll show you. See it over there by the door?
What's lying there?
Oh, there's some letters that the postman threw under the door, I guess. They were there when we came in. Oh, poor little kitty.
I'll just take a look at these letters. That's bill, phone bill. Oh, the letter returned for insufficient postage.
Who was it addressed to?
Return letter?
Uh-huh.
Nobody. The post office box number. Box 505, Northville. What's that?
Oh, upstate about 250 miles. Why?
No reason. Let's see what's inside your head. Yeah, you need to stay sealed. That's a poor quality nickel that's being used nowadays.
Who cares? What's in the letter?
Money. 10 $1 bills. And a card that says, gentlemen. Enclosed, please find $10. Price printed on the circular you sent me. Please get me the calendar and desk clock you offered me at this price. Signed, Arthur Anderson.
What's your human about, Drew?
Well, the whole thing whispers something awful unbelievable in my ears. There's only one way to check what I'm thinking. And this cat makes the whole thing logical. Pat, you and I are going up to Northville to visit Post Office Box 505.
It's all right with me, Drew, but what's the dead cat got to do with it?
It may well be, Pat, my pet, that this dead cat means the murderer will wind up with a cooked goose. 5 hours we stand and walk a post office box.
Oh, look, Drew, the postmaster. Isn't that the signal you agreed on when somebody asked for a letter for 505?
That's it, Pat. That's all. I beg your pardon. My name's Stevens. Police.
Police? If it's about my partner's death, I've told the police all I know. I can prove I was in my office all yesterday afternoon.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you were, Mr. Thomas. Oh, that's right, isn't it, Mr. Lee Thomas? Is this the letter you just inquired about, Mr. Thomas?
I don't know. Give it to me.
Oh, that's your writing on the envelope. No. It'll be pretty easy to check.
Yes, it is. I wanted to sell my partner some of my personal office equipment. I wrote him a note and enclosed a self-addressed envelope. That's it. Give it to me.
Oh, no, Mr. Thomas. If this letter had reached you, you would have committed the perfect crime. But unfortunately for you, there was some postage due on it. Because of a little thing like that, you stamped yourself a murderer. Only an accident prevented Lee Thomas from actually getting away with murder.
Well, now that he's confessed, tell what happened. All of it.
Okay. Lee Thomas wrote Anderson a letter offering him a terrific bargain in a desk clock and calendar.
Mm-hmm.
He enclosed a self-addressed envelope, knowing Anderson would use it when accepting the offer.
Oh, the one we found in Anderson's apartment.
Yes, but take it easy. You're ahead of me, Pat. Now, the flap on that return envelope was full of poison. And when Anderson licked it, it was curtain for him.
I begin to see how this could have been the perfect crime.
You said it did. If that envelope had been returned to Thomas, he would have had in his possession all evidence of murder, and he couldn't prove a thing no matter what was suspected. But as we know, the envelope was returned to the Anderson apartment because the murderer didn't realize that 10 single bills weighed more than one $10 bill.
And we, of course, found it at the Anderson apartment.
Not really, you didn't. The poor cat did. You see, whatever poison Lee Thomas used must have diluted the mucilage, and the flap on the envelope wouldn't stay sealed. The cat got at it, licked it, and died. Gave me a direct clue, by the way.
Oh, Drew, you're wonderful. Tracing a murderer with missing stamps and poisoned envelopes and everything. I ought to be scared to do this, but I want to ask you a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Drew, do you want to play post office with me?